off the Thames and onto the Kennet and Avon.
You excited?
Yes. I'm mainly thinking about the canoeists in front of me, but yes.
We're on the Kennet and Avon.
Yeah, we've made it onto the Kennet and Avon. This morning we woke up on the Thames.
And whenever we change waterways, I get really anxious, and I don't know why. It happened when we went onto the Basingstoke. It definitely happened when we went onto the Thames, and I was anxious again today.
Yeah.
On the Kennet and Avon for some reason.
As we were coming down the last maybe mile, she's just like, "Is that it? Is that it? Is that it?" She's like, "Wait a minute, is that the Kennet and Avon?"
And it was on the wrong side.
It's on the wrong side of the river. No.
I guess I just got used to being on this really wide river, so it was quite strange turning down this corridor.
That very, very, very rapidly narrows into, kind of a canal.
And it's really built up. There's like all these flats, apartments.
Oh yeah, there was the school full of small children who were calling us names.
They called us ugly bums.
Ugly bums. It was very nice.
This one little girl, ugly bum.
3 or 4 times she's like, "Hey, ugly bum," and then she throws all this stuff into the air.
I was like, "Hi."
Wait a minute.
Almost immediately you come to a lock, and it's hilarious because it's only like 4 foot.
Oh no, that was the second lock.
No.
The first
second
one.
Lock was like 1 foot.
Right. The first one was the Thames was actually controlled by the Environment Authority, so it's not even on it's on the River Kennet, but it's not on the Kennet and Avon as such.
There was a group there was 6 people on a little cruiser that we went through.
Yeah.
And they were really funny. Like, obviously I'll pull my weight, like working the lock. But there was they had 5 crew members, and he said to me, "Is he all right going through single-handed so you can open this gate?" I was like, "Well, of course, but I just get some of your crew up here."
Yeah, and then there was a certain amount of sexism.
Yeah, because then after saying that, so once the water had raised up and we were leaving, I said to him, "Oh, I'll do this gate, you go over the other side and then you can get straight on your boat." And he was like, "Well, it's quite heavy, so I'll just get it started." And he was pushing and pushing, and I'm like, "Well, if you just wait till the water's level, it will just open easily." And he thought about it, and he realised he would rather be on the other side, so he went across. Sure enough, when the water rose up and was, it was full, it just glides
open.
So that was quite funny. And then the man who was driving the boat said to me, "Thanks for doing the gates. It's not really a woman's job, is it?" And I was just like, "It's fine."
So then we continue on past we didn't stop at the Waterside Museum, but it looked quite nice.
Yeah, I didn't really realise it was going to be there.
No, I think we might stop there on the way back.
If we get more organised.
Yeah, because there's a little loop there that now is an uncharted part of canal we haven't gone down. So there's like a nice curved bridge, and it says "Welcome to the Kennet and Avon." You get to the sign that actually says "Welcome to the Kennet and Avon." There's a traffic light for boats.
And it is literally like a pedestrian crossing where you have to go and press the button because you want to go. As soon as I pressed the button, it was green. So.
Yeah. And then you've got 12 minutes to get the rest of the way down to the next light, because they've basically taken this section and turned it into sort of a little speedway.
You're not allowed to stop in there at all. You have to keep going, and it goes through the Oracle shopping centre developments. There's all restaurants either side. Oh, we haven't.
There's a bar with sand.
The beach bar, yeah.
The beach bar where they've got. So there's a little kid making a little sand castle in the middle of Reading, and she just starts staring at the boat and is like, "What is that?"
And we haven't really had food on board. Well, we haven't done shopping for a few days. And our cupboards are really bare now. We were munching on carrots today because we didn't have any food left. Well, we had food, but
not enough to, kind of get through the naughtiness. So when we're passing,
there's all these restaurants Italians and burger places.
That sounds good. Oh, Wagamama.
And there's no mooring, so you can't stop.
Yeah.
So and then we had to get out the other side anyway. And then as soon as you get to the other side, you can't see the lock. You just see this
weird.
Yeah,
just this water cascading
and it's not very
down
high.
towards you.
It's kind of like this little smooth bump.
Oh yeah, it's only a foot, but it's there's a solid object in front of you, and the lock is off to the side where your perspective is you're just okay, where do we go now? And
then that lock's only a foot deep. It's hilarious.
yeah, it's a stop lock, so it's actually it's one of these weird places where the lock is really just there to extract a toll from traffic going from one company's canal to another, and so it's this ridiculously small change in height.
It's still just as much work with the...
Yeah.
And of course, being on the Thames, it's all push buttons, so I'd got really, really lazy. Oh, and then the first lock, I forgot to say this. So yeah, at the first lock, there's big wheels that you turn, and they're just really easy. Or are they wheels that you turn like this?
Yeah, they're more like ship's wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I nearly got off the boat with my windlass ready to crank it, so that would have been embarrassing.
Then we get to the next one.
Yeah, I didn't take my windlass, and you do need it.
And it was kind of weird because there's only 6 inch to a foot that we're going up, but there's 4.
Yeah, 4 paddles. Oh, and then the funny thing was, where the notice board was?
I come in and I see this sign that says,
information for boating.
And then it's got a little thing saying British Waterways Key.
So I opened it, I opened the door, reached inside expecting to find a little booklet telling us about locks and moorings and other such useful things. There's no leaflet in there. But someone had put a can of chickpeas.
little can of chickpeas.
And we do need chickpeas.
Yeah, it is helpful. We were hungry. Maybe we should take them and make a nice curry. That's not a bad idea. Get a little bit of chana masala sort of thing going. But
we did one more lock, which was quite funny because I'd been driving all of this time, and because the stop lock was really shallow and the first lock was really easy, I thought I'll do the next lock. I haven't really driven into a lock before, so I said to him, when he told me the lock was coming up, I was like, I'll do this one. And then we got to the lock. It's a 90-degree turn with a little canoeist floating about just before the lock, and then as you enter the lock, there's a big weir coming down and a really ferocious
waterfall. Sort of thing, so shooting water across where your bow is going.
Where I'm dropping him off. So I just about got him dropped off with some extra help, and then I was like, yeah, maybe I won't do this lock. I'll do the next one. And then we came through that lock, and it's like the landscape kind of just opened up.
The transition was amazing. There was a green corridor, but it had all this industrial kind of, you knew you had just come under a motorway, and there was a big section over here of just past the trees. There's large developments and stuff. And then all of a sudden you go up the lock, and there's just this beautiful stretch of river directly in front of you. And there's a couple boats moored up to the side and some lovely trees, and then a wetland off to the side. And
so we just moored. The other thing that was making me nervous about the Kennet and Avon is a couple of days ago I joined a Facebook group for boaters on the Kennet and Avon, just because it's just useful if you have any questions you can just post on there, and everyone's really, really helpful. But the first day that I was on there, literally everyone was posting. I had a bike stolen from my roof. I had my hatch ripped off, and they've taken this, that and the other. I was like, where are we going? I thought the Kennet and Avon was nice. I don't think it is like that. I think it was just a bad day.
Great fun, although incredibly hot today.
So hot.
It's nice and quiet out here. There's just some pedestrians, the occasional cyclist, and Let It Be, which is just sitting over there.
We're stalking Let It Be. We saw him moored up and was like, yep, that'll do.
That'll do. That's where he is. That's where we are.
But really, considering, for us, it's a pretty uneventful day. A nice day's boating.
Yeah. Other than minor sunburn and it being a little bit hot, it's been gorgeous. That initial little section in Reading was urban.
It's funny, when we got back to the boats, a wide beam was just coming up through the lock, and then we spoke to them as they went past us, and they were like, "Oh, we saw you on the Thames. We don't like the Kennet and Avon." We've only done 3 miles.
Yeah, you got a long way to go. You got to get all the way to the ocean, where it turns out you can have somebody you can hire a pilot to take you out onto the Severn. So you can actually go. I don't know exactly where that means. But you can go out onto the inlet and up.
Yeah, say if you're coming all the way back up the Kennet and Avon to the Thames to go up the Oxford.
You can go up to the Oxford Canal.
Not the Oxford Canal.
Not the Oxford Canal.
Bear with.
We're bearing with. Canal?
Gloucester and Sharpness Canal.
Okay. Yeah. And that connects back somehow to Oxford?
Eventually. Via Birmingham.
See, the key thing the important thing is we don't necessarily have to turn around and come all the way back. We can get down there, pay somebody 120 pounds to jump on the boat with us for a day, and take us through tidal waterways and open seas. And
Or we could just come back up to Kennet and Avon and go up the Oxford as we planned.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's an ocean-going vessel, and it's a strong.
It's not.
This is meant to cross the. Eventually, my plan is to take it to Belgium.
On your own.
No,
Yes.
100 years ago, not quite 100 years ago, like 75, I can't do the math. 1944.
They didn't take narrowboats.
We took things like narrowboats, and we went on Omaha Beach, God damn it.
We.
Americans.
And British.
When we won World War II.
He's joking.
I'm joking. I'm not joking. Donald Trump.
Oh my God! Funny story about Walgrave.
Yeah.
When we fitted our toilet, talking about toilets again.
Yeah.